sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analysts Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. A loaded backcourt. It's Garland and Mitchell. At the forward spot, it's Strus and Mobley. And it's Mobley in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Miami, in the post, it's Jovic and Adebayo. Hero in at shooting guard, with Butler at small forward. And it's Alexander in at the one. We're still in the first stages of the season, Doris. How much are these teams relying on analytics right now?
Kev, this is such a fascinating point you bring up, because in the offseason they look at a substantial amount of data. And what the analytics department does, go to the coaching staff. This is what we know can be effective. And there is definitely an adjustment in strategy happening.
Now, here's Garland. Mitchell left side. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And a volume scorer, Mitchell excels at getting inside and converting.
MP outside. And the three off target. Cleveland with the ball. And here's Strus. Mobley wide open. Good on the three-point shot.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Yeah, this is what happens when you give Jimmy Butler a lane. He's going to make you pay.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Cleveland. It's a three-point game. We play just over a minute here in the first.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
The wide open look here for Garland. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Adebayo, inside, and stolen by Mobley. Garland with it, now defended by MP. Over Adebayo. Garland, no good.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
MP's shot is good.
The desire to win, it fuels MP. He doesn't let anything get in his way.
The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Mitchell outside. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And Butler gets it to go.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Jimmy Butler.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Looking at Miami, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Suns.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
You cannot allow your opponent to shoot that high a percentage. That is going to get you beat night after night.
Garland, no good. Miami leading by 5. Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
That one falls.
Beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
First team foul.
quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Mitchell to stop the run.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing the defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
MP with it. 35 points for him last game against Phoenix. Down low. Stolen by Mitchell. And here's Garland for three. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist.
This is one of the game's better three-point shooters. Darius Garland in the house.
And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
And so Garland will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers, trailing by 4. And this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team.
Well, if you are a point guard like Darius Garland at his size, you've got to be able to get into that mid-range bag. Very well done.
You got this, MP.
Miami leading by 6. Rozier's out there with MP. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Adebayo in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Butler with the bucket down low.
This guy making his presence felt. Jimmy Butler, the ultimate competitor.
Here's Merrill. Mitchell outside. Takes the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Mitchell's got his second basket of the night.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Pass to Adebayo. Stolen by LeVert. To the middle. Here's Okoro. And that one is off. Some solid defense from Butler.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
MP passes to Butler. Misses in close.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Here's LeVert. Misses off the left iron.
Just strong work defensively there in the low post. You got to be tough down in the paint.
Boy, he really anchors well on the block. Very difficult to back down.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him. So it'll be Terry Rozier shooting. It's on Caris LeVert. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Heat.
They look to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
That's good from Rozier. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current system. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple. And I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
Certainly, DA is a two-way threat. Miami, again, turning it over.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Mobley, he's checked in for Wade. And Strus is subbed in for Sam Merrill. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And the Heat making a change here. Heroes checked in. Here's Strus. 14 points from him the last game against Charlotte. And last season, Max Strus hit that ridiculous 59-footer. Remember that, Doris? That was to beat the Mavericks.
How could we forget that shot, Kevin? It was the second longest game-winning buzzer beater in league history. And what gets overlooked, Strus was 5 for 5 from deep in the last few minutes of that game.
And so Strus nails both of them. And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well-deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city, plus he's already got a street named after him.
Alexander passes to Butler. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
So much of that was the timing. Butler finishing, as you might expect from this guy.
And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. MP against Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. MP against Mitchell. MP dishes to Butler. A 3 from MP. LeVert grabs the miss.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
To the inside. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Boy, you can really see the playmaking evolving. When Karis LeVert is hitting wide-open teammates, it shows how special he can be.
Back to MP. Latrey. MP showing the range.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. For 3, Mitchell. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Butler kicks to Hero. Now, here's MP. He's got 8. MP finds a gap. That shot misses. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
Well, why did Donovan Mitchell win the dunk contest? Case in point right there.
Pass to Alexander. Fires from deep. That one falls coming off Adebayo's feet. MP's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Heat. Mitchell outside. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Mitchell's got 12 points now in the quarter. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Heat. And we've been following this group's absolute dominant season, winning most games in blowout fashion.
Truly record-setting fashion. Nonetheless, though, it's been demoralizing to teams facing this group. I mean, before halftime, teams are often down by 15 or 20 points. We might be witnessing another blowout in the making here tonight.
Here's Mitchell. That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
They get the rebound. That puts them in the lead. Mitchell's got 18 points. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Cleveland.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball. Looking.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Cavaliers on top, up by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Miami Arena.
Hello and welcome. First up, folks, let's take a moment to see how things are shaking down in the Rookie of the Year race. There's been no adjustment period to the NBA for these young men.
And Kenny wouldn't know anything about this. Not just anybody wins Rookie of the Year. Subtle, Shaq. Why don't you just come out and say you won Rookie of the Year?
Got him, because I just got you to say it. Got him, Ernie.
And moving on to the Cavaliers' first half. It's a close one through 2 quarters.
When you look at how they're getting their points, a good portion come from.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
The Heat trail by 4. Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. Mitchell and Strus are your wingmen. Evan Mobley is out there with Mobley. And it's Garland in at the point. Now Strus. Outside Garland. Lets it go with a 3. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Alexander. Close in. No stopping MP.
MP is cooking right now, and folks, this is exactly what we expected from this young man.
Garland looking it over. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds in the game. For the tie, Alexander no luck.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it, because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate. Oh, the defense has to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
Doris, one of the more relentless players in the NBA, Donovan Mitchell.
Kevin, what I love about him is he loves the lead role. He feels very comfortable carrying tremendous responsibility on the offensive end. Donovan, one of the more confident players you'll meet. Boy, as slow a start as you could have, just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
Pulls up on the wing, and he hits the jump shot. Alexander's got the game tied up here for the Heat.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
It's to Mitchell. And that one, good. Mitchell's got 20 points.
There's a level of tenacity by Donovan Mitchell on the interior there. Wow, what a finish.
And a deep 3 from MP. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Cleveland. Gone 1 of 4 and 3-point shots here in the third. To the paint. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on MP.
What you love about Donovan Mitchell is he's already proven that in the playoffs he is willing to be a go-to scorer. He's committed to improving his game. He's got to continue to work at the defensive end of the floor.
Rozier, he's checked in for Miami. The shot by Adebayo, no good. It's Strus on the wing. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. The Heat trail by 4. Outside Rozier. Back to MP. It's good from long range. MP's got 10 points in just the second half.
And he's on his way to putting up a big 3-point total.
The Cavaliers again can't hit. Miami's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Here's Butler. Good, and the assist goes to MP. Alexander's got 5 assists in the game. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Garland, that's for 2. And it's Miami with the rebound.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Rozier the pass to Alexander. Up and in on the layup. And now it's a 3-point Heat lead.
Boy, I like when MP tries to carve space in the painted area. So effective down there.
And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. Greg, that's some big dough.
Is it ever? And remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
Mobley misses.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Rozier finds MP. Drills the three-pointer. MP's got 28.
Got to contest MP from out there. He is more than capable from 3.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Still a ways to go between now and the three-point contest, but it's always fun to talk about it. Let's see who has the best shot to earn a spot in this year's event.
And maybe this list changes between now and All-Star Weekend, but I don't think anybody would be disappointed if it stays exactly the same as it is right now.
You look at Mitchell. He's all the way up there at number 2. Miami leading by 13. We've got Hero. Alec Burks is out there with Jaime Jaquez. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Alexander in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
Stay there.
Merrill with the ball. On the wing, Mitchell. Hands it from downtown. Mitchell's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Cavs. And so, MP will bring it up for the Heat. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. MP responds with a 3 of his own.
And until he cools off, I'd keep the ball in his hand.
Merrill passes to Wade. Mitchell with it, covered by MP. Burks with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Loads it up for Adebayo. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Perfect timing on that alley-oop. Adebayo has a real connection with his teammates.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Here's Merrill. From the arc. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
MP with the bounce pass. Stolen by Mitchell. Jumps up. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Mitchell against MP. No good from outside.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Merrill. And the 3 ball is good.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
And again for 3.
Well, folks, if you haven't been following his story since coming into the league,
For all-time NBA rookies, he's now 5th place in three-pointers made.
You know, he's worked on his craft and improved in a short time here in his rookie season. He's got that beautiful touches we've seen from deep guys, but that's definitely not the only way he can score. A 3-ball. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Merrill's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th quarter. No good with the triple. The Heat leading by 13. Jaquez the pass to MP. Jaquez with the screen on Mitchell. Alexander, the rebound by Merrill.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
And the foul called on MP. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. And the Heat with some changes. Nikola Jovic is checked in for Jaime Jaquez. And it's Jimmy Butler in for Alec Burks. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Mobley, he's checked in for Dean Wade. Mobley comes in for Okoro. Max Strus is checked in for Karis LeVert. And it's Garland in for Sam Merrill. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Hey guys, I was able to catch Kenny Atkinson's message to his team. He told them, you can do a lot of great things out there and still lose if you don't take